Well, it is a graceful good morning in spite of what I feel. Lord, I'm grateful. It was difficult sleeping last night, but I'm just talking to this journey. Um, I believe that this journey is necessary, and hopefully along the way someone will hear it and try to process too. You know, as I begin to think about this, as I said, we have a tendency to always say to ourselves, praise the Lord that all is well now and I'm good. I know God's got that person in heaven resting in the Lord's arms. But realistically, if we be real, and really be true to ourselves, we know that this is what we say to ourselves. But there is another voice that talks to us too. And that's that voice of pain, that voice of silent depression, that voice of the question mark of, wow, why? But I'm grateful because I know everything God does is timely and good and on purpose. And so this morning, you know, all I can say is I'm trying to be sure and say to myself, be stronger than you were last night. Be stronger than you were at 2 a.m. this morning. And it had, waking up and hearing the laughter and conversations that you would have with someone that's now not here. I mean, almost every other day we would talk, and sometimes in a week we would talk almost every day. And so I think about that laughter and that time. And we're talking about over 40 years, y'all. And so he was my friend. That's the only thing keeps ringing in my heart because he was my friend. And be careful of who you call a friend. He was my friend before he became my husband and my lover. And then when we divorced, later we became friends again. And we just were simply friends. 40 years of our lives we shared. And I think the part that has me still in this day of cloudiness and still processing in the way I am. I mean, it seems to be, to me, almost as hard as it was for my siblings. But I think about the part that makes me so, is I think it's just knowing how much he really did love me. He told me that 3 times before he died. I love you, Sam. I think that when we look at when we're grieving, we also need to look at the time God has afforded to us to be with that person or for us to be able to share life's journey along the way. And these are good things. We need to remember the good things. But we're going to hurt and we're going to think about it sometimes. But it has not even been, I know, 3 days yet. And I'm on day 3 talking to you. So the hour of his going home has not even arrived. So the third day is really not here yet. But this third day is hard for me. This third day is hard for me because by this time of day, I would have gotten a call just saying, how you feeling this morning? How often do we get that? Everybody don't get that. Everybody don't get to hear how you're feeling and are you okay and be careful. I missed that.